It's long been a debate in the Fortnite community whether having a fast or methodical playstyle is better, and I'm just going to start off by saying that objectively, the answer to the question is neither. This is backed up by the fact that Peterbot, an arguably insanely fast player, and Epikwhale, who's viewed as slower and having a more thoughtful approach to the game, are both in the GOAT debate, despite having opposite playstyles. Saying this, it's highly likely that one of these is going to be better for you specifically, so in this video I'm going to go over how to decide which to help you improve at a faster rate. So, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off, I'm going to talk about the importance of your trio role and which playstyle you should adopt. If you're a fragger, faster mechs are going to be beneficial, because they can help you fight better, but you can get away with having slower mechs and just having good aim. But, if you think about the best pros who are fraggers, like Peter, Bolts, Vico and Cooper, you'll notice a distinct pattern in their mechanical skill. They're really fast. Now, if it's the IGL of your trio, good mechs are going to be useful, but not essential. You should be spending a lot of your time VOD reviewing your own games and pro games, and making game plans, so will therefore have less time than your fraggers to work on your mechanics. This means you'll naturally adopt a slower, more methodical playstyle, since you're going to be training your mechanics less, as well as being able to learn strategies from VOD reviewing to implement them into your games. Plus, you should always prioritise having good aim over mechanics, so being an IGL means you're unlikely to have much time to work on your mechs at all. There are some pros who contradict this pattern, for example Flixie, who IGL'd him and Vico to winning FNCS earlier this year and who has absolutely crazy mechs, but he is an anomaly when you consider all other IGL pros, like Acorn, Queasy and Bugha. Next, I'm going to talk about the impact of your lifestyle and your optimal playstyle for Fortnite, and yes, it does actually make a difference. If you spend a lot of time without access to your PC, but you have free time, so if you have long commutes or you stay away from home often, you can use this time to better your game knowledge and become a more methodical player. You can do this through VOD reviewing pro games, making game plans, watching videos from content creators to become better, or possibly the best way to skyrocket your improvement, watching the Fortnite Masterclass. Link in the description, by the way. Now, even though your mechs are unlikely to be as well trained or as fast, this absolutely does not mean you're going to be any worse at fighting. You'll just have a slower, more thoughtful playstyle while fighting, which in some circumstances can actually be better. Now, on the other hand, if you have a lot of free time at home at your PC, you can spend it training your mechs to become a faster player, and while you should still be doing some work outside of the game, you're likely to be putting in a decent amount of time to mech training, meaning you're going to have better and faster mechanics than someone who doesn't have as much time. And finally, the factor which many would argue is the most important in determining your playstyle, age. Now this may be a slightly controversial section, but there is a general trend you notice, where older players have a slower and more methodical playstyle. For this reason, if you're older, it's probably better to rely on this playstyle, and this is for a multitude of reasons. Firstly, if you're older, your brain is going to be better developed, meaning you're able to consider everything you can do in a fight or in the game as a whole, and use logic to win, rather than having to rely on your mechanics. Secondly, it can be harder to build new skills, such as mechs, when you're older, simply due to human development. Also, if you're an older player playing with younger players, it's going to be better for you to IGL, because you're going to be able to make much better decisions than your teammates, and you'll also be able to take charge and quell arguments more easily. Another point worth making is that somebody older is very likely to have less time at their PC, so will fall into the first category of people I talked about in the lifestyle section. An example of an older pro who has a more methodical playstyle is Cheeps, who was a 22-year-old maths teacher, and if you watch his gameplay, there is a noticeable focus on utilising aim and decision making, rather than fast builds and edits. However, if you're a younger player, you can choose to adopt a slower playstyle if you want, but it's probably worth playing to your strengths and putting effort into training your mechs to be as good as they can and take advantage of your age. So, I hope you enjoyed that video and that it helped you make a decision on how you can better improve at Fortnite. I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.